What is going on YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. Thanks so much, by the way, for all the kind words, the tweets, the YouTube comments about the situation everybody's facing here in Fort Myers and Naples, Florida. I haven't talked a lot about it because, I got away with very minimal damage. I had to flee my house in Fort Myers. There's flooding. I have a place in Sanibel Island that is probably destroyed, but so many people had their lives destroyed by this storm. This is right now the second most expensive natural disaster in U.S. history in all time. And by the end of it, it may be the first most expensive natural disaster of all time. It was very close, like a mile per hour away from being a Category 5 hurricane. So, what I suffered personally down here with just not having power, I was able to get out and get down further south in Naples and further inland. Didn't have power for a few days. Sure, property has some damage, but other people suffered, tragic losses, as you guys have seen on the TV. So definitely keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Guys, we need to talk about what's going on in the markets. This is a story of double tops. Will we have our liquidation event here leading up to our bottoms in the market on October 31st weekly candle? That's the question, right? So when I look at the daily time frame, we're going to start off. This is going to be a quick video today, guys, because the markets were closed when I made my Friday video. So markets are still closed. They open up at SimpleFX here in about 5 hours. You can look at the equities. You look at the daily, you look at the money flow. This is a volume weighted RSI. This is a free gift when you guys join our Discord trading room. The join button underneath this video if you want to come check it out with 11,000 other people, professional traders, fantastic community, definitely do so. But you can see that you're in that oversold territory. But the thing is, if you zoom out to the weekly, you can clearly see you made a double top here. You just crossed the median line. If you continue to pull down velocity, you got a lot of room that you can move down, which can pull us down right here, floating at the 200, 233 on the weekly, as you can see. Float us down to our S&P target of 3141. It'll be interesting to see how futures open, to see if we get any type of oversold rebounds in those smaller time frames, or if we continue to pull down, okay? Because we accelerated into the decline on the close on Friday. And again, the S&P, the worst performance since September of 2008. The Dow, the worst performance since Y2K, the last two great Three Sigma bubbles in our country's history. And wait until they start revising earnings even more for the next year. You're going to see further market decline. The question is, will we get some type of bear bounce here once again, maybe a whipsaw rally like we had last week? But we got the double top structure on money flow. If we break through this, you're going to start pulling down even further, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this on the S&P. You can see you lost your key fib, 35.95. We'll see if this retracts and pulls back up and stays in the range, allows the money flow to start coming back up so you can wave back down. Remember, price moves in waves. Nasdaq, you can see you have your double top structure here, even though you start to float off. But more importantly, Nasdaq lost its key, 200, 233 on the weekly. Looking for the Nasdaq to come down to that rally point, 10,179, approximately 700 points lower than where it is right now on the weekly time frame. And of course, if you look at the Russell, story of double tops. Here's your double top right here on the money flow, just like the S&P and just like the Nasdaq. Again, if this breaks this support, you're going to see the Russell come down towards its 1521 target here on the October 31st candle, okay? Speeding forward, guys, because this is all the same since the markets were not open. We went over Dante's Descent last video. And again, waiting on that October 31st weekly candle, I expect to see accelerated decline here in the next 2 to 3 weeks as we work our way down to potentially 10,591. As you guys know, we went over this last video. If you do this trend-based fib projection, you do get 11,979. So I think high confluence, you're coming to one of these two targets when the Bitcoin does break down. You don't have on the weekly here, you notice you don't have the double top that you have on the indices, right? But you literally have a double top on the weekly time frame with a neckline, okay? And I think you're coming down to 11,979 or 10,591. So basically 12K or 10.5 is your target for when this breaks. here in the next, what is this, less than 30 days away, where we will have a nice tradable rally that we can get into, okay? And profit on the way down, profit on the way up. That's the goal here on this channel. Looking here at the daily time frame, still very, very confined. You can see double tops. I'm used to looking at candles, so I can see the double top right here. But a quick little hack, guys, if you ever want to look for double tops and you can't see it with the candles, you can also use a line chart. You see that? Now you can clearly see that double top. You can see double tops that maybe you didn't see before, like this double top. You can see this double top right here. So you can see these a lot easier when you use a line chart. There's different charts here in TradingView. Another one that they just incorporated recently is the high-low chart. This doesn't show you any type of price action. It shows you trend, though, and you can color these however you see fit. That's the default, I guess. So I don't have mine set up yet. I do have it on, where is it, the 4-hour chart. I can show you, 8-hour chart. Here it is with the white candles. This is a high-low chart. So you're just looking for trend here. It doesn't show you what the price is currently at. Doesn't give you any of that information. You're looking for patterns, okay? This allows you to zoom out, and you get less noise. The same reason I use, white candles. I don't use red and green or blue and red. I was doing that for TradingView. When I trade, I'm just looking at patterns. I'm looking at formations. This doesn't show you, this only shows you the high and low. Okay, that's all you get in the information on the candle, but you can see the range with the candle as well. And some people find it more difficult to look at. Other people get a lot of use out of it, but it is an interesting charting concept. I prefer candles in general to trade with, so I can see supply being dumped, okay, or I can see demand wicks. The wicks are important for me with my style of trading. Let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour, obviously that trade hit, and let's see what that price decline is that we talked about. So we had that trade, and you got almost a 5.72% price decline based off this trade. I'm leaving this trade open. I expect this to sell off even more over the next couple of weeks. If we get a wave back up, and I'm at break even on my trade for my stop loss. If it hits my stop loss, I'm going to reshort it again. Okay, if it comes back up, I'm going to reshort it again when the pump dies. But I expect this to have a lot more profit coming here in the future. And if we jump over to Ethereum, Ethereum is waving down. Let's see what the line chart looks like here, because I keep telling you guys we have a double top here, right? So we got a double top right there. Let's see what the line chart looks like. Maybe it's easier to spot. Well, no, it's more choppy to spot that way. It doesn't show you that deep wick that goes down. But you guys get the point. You can use the different tools here. See, this is where I see the double top. Here's your base, first top. There's your trough, and then you come back up for your peak, and then back down again, okay? So I see the double top there. Your neckline is 618 at 1282. And when everything starts pulling down, look for this to pull down as well. Your 1 fib just underneath you is at 1225. Any type of rebound here to come back up, I would potentially be interested in shorting this. We went over these levels, but if you take the deepest retracement up to your swing high, down to that swing low, you can see you wicked your 618. If for some reason we come back up to 1363, I would be interested in looking to see if this tops out like this, gets you a couple wicks, just like it did here, just like it did here, and then rolls back down, okay? This would be a good quadrant to potentially enter a short. Looking at XRP, I told you, I posted this as a trade in the room. We talked about it on our last YouTube video. And we have price descension from the time that we talked about it, obviously. And you're looking at almost a 6% move in XRP to the downside. I do anticipate this going down even further, especially when you break, once again, this double top, okay? This is another double top that you have here. What does this look like on the line chart? Does this look like easy to spot on the line chart? Yeah, you can see it here. Here's your double top, okay? So you got a little bit of support right here. We'll see if this comes down to the 1 fib at 43 cents. You can see that support right there. If it does and breaks it with some velocity, you're going to see XRP come down. This is the projected resistance line. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Let's put candles back on here, and let's get our downward projection. B, C to D. 618 is 42 cents. Break that. You're looking at the 1 fib at 36 and the 1618 at 27.83. Okay? So that's what you're looking at here for your potential levels as you decline. And if we did happen to pop back up, This is what I had the upside projection for. If we did happen to pop back up, because what I do is I try to free roll my trades, guys. I like to free roll my trades and get, as soon as they're in profit like this, if you entered up here, I like to put everything to break even so I have zero risk. And if it pops back up and I can fade it again, I will fade it again and re-short it. But let's go ahead and get this measurement here for the 1618, so you can see your resistance. Right now you're underneath the 1272 at 46.86. 51 cents is where you popped up to before. This is why I have my stop loss up above the 1618. And as of right now, obviously, it's not in danger of being challenged. If anything, this looks a little bloody, like it wants to come down a little bit more. So this will turn out to be a good trade as well. If we look at, where are we at? Gold on the 4 hour. You know, this is something I am interested in gold here because I do think this is going to roll down more. This should roll down more. 1672. We just lost the 618. So this is another interesting thing you can trade on SimpleFX. If you guys want to support us, definitely check out SimpleFX for the equities. Link in the video description, tutorial in the video description, and check out BITGET for all the cryptos. That link in the video description as well. So this is a potential trade setup here too. Losing the 618, and this will open up in 5 hours as well on SimpleFX to see if you get further decline. But gold looks to me like it's going to spill back down. This looks like your inverted cup, and you're going to break this, and you're going to come back down. And like I said, I have 1425 for gold. Silver, we went over this. Nothing's changed because the market was closed. You're building up a larger secondary double top once again, right? So this is your larger double top structure potentially that you're bringing. And then you have the 618 as your neckline, 17 spot 965. And if we look at this right here, oil, not open as well, so nothing's changed, just declining along this 45. Not interested in shorting this. Oil's heavily manipulated right now of all the oil being dumped on the market, 1 million barrels a day from the U.S. from a strategic reserve. So, once all that ends, once the elections end, we'll see what the actual price of oil is. I expect some type of spike once the SPR is cut off and once winter time is in full force. How high will that spike be? I don't know, but we need to see some accumulation, some sideways movement here in Wyckoff, because right now we just got declination. You got failure, stair-stepping your way all the way down this 45 angle. But oil seems to want to hold this $80 barrel range, so we'll see if it can do that. If not, I have the 1618 down here at 62,934. So if this really just starts falling apart, you could see oil really descend. But we shall see. Time will tell. Quick video today, guys. When's the last time you got a 12-minute video from me? But everything was closed when I made my last video, so not much has changed. And Bitcoin's going sideways. Watch these markets. Let's see how they open up. Okay, let's see how they open up. Because if they open up bloody, then watch for the decline in the XRP setup that we talked about. Watch for the decline in the Ethereum setup we talked about. And watch that Bitcoin short, because everything should be pulling down, especially if the Russell loses even more support. If we get a little bounce, you might have an entrance again on some of these trade setups that we went over. You may have a second opportunity to get back into a trade. So pay attention. All right, guys, have a fantastic Sunday evening. And depending on what happens to the market, I may just go ahead and do another video tomorrow, since none of this information was really particularly new. But talk to you guys soon. Take care. Good luck, and good night.